welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for joining me today. And please leave me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for further video tutorials on card making, scrapbooking, mini albums, folios, and any crafting videos that you need. So today's video, we're going to be doing a canvas, and we're going to be using the kits from Tres Jolie, which is the mixed media kit, using the solar paste by Simon Hurley, along with the scrapbooking kit, which features 49 and markets plume and petals, along with some chipboard pieces, some stencils, and some faux flowers. So just want to say real quick, thanks so much for watching. If you're planning on creating this look or use any layering techniques on your next project, please let me know in the comments below. I can't wait to see what you do and put your own unique spin on it. So let's go ahead and get started on this beautiful canvas. Okay, so to start off first, we're going to take some black gesso, which we got from a previous kit, and we're going to use it on the frame, okay? And so, yeah, I'm hoping this turns out really good. So we're just going to take our paintbrush, and you're going to paint your gesso right on top of your framed chipboard piece, okay? And we're just going to go all the way around. So again, you're just going to go ahead and paint the black gesso on top. And I'm going to go ahead and speed forward through this part because it's pretty much, you know, just painting away and okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do our canvas. And I chose this paper from the scrapbook kit. And so I just think it's so pretty, and it will go well with the solar paste. So because we have the purple, which is royal flush, and then we've got a deep end, which is the solar paste. And oh my gosh, this is so gorgeous, you guys. I tried it out. I want to just share with you real quick. I did kind of like a little just a little test. Now you can see it right here, right, when it is turned a little bit in the light. And so I thought that would look really pretty. Then you can also add some of your reinkers to this. Now I used Pixie Dust by Catherine Pooler, and then I used Sailboat Blue by Ranger and by Tim Holtz. And that's an old one, but it's still something that I have in my stash. So here's the blue, right? And then here is the purple. It looks kind of pink. Gives it that like little pink, but the iridescent is so pretty, right? I just love it. Now wait till you guys see it on the black. It is going to be phenomenal. So I did do a little black tag with the purple, and this is just, it has a blue kind of tint, but I know it's actually purple. It's showing it blue in the camera, but really it's purple. So it's this right here, and if you can see, you could get kind of like a little purplish tint. I'm trying to show you guys. I don't know if you all can see that. I know it looks blue, but it's purple. I promise you. Gorgeous. And we're going to stick that on top of our black frame. Okay, and so right now we're going to glue this paper down while our frame is drying, and I'm going to go ahead and just spread some glue on here. And so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to pour a little bit of glue right there. I know it's a little bit, not a little bit, but we're just going to go ahead and pull this around here. And I'm doing the top half first, right? And then we'll do the bottom half. So right now. Okay, so once you get your paper on top of your canvas, you're going to grab your black frame, and I'm putting it right kind of in the middle part here. And I am actually going to kind of make some tick marks because I don't want to cover this part up right here. So I am going, because our stencil is actually going to go, I think, like this, like that, like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to grab my pencil, and I'm going to make a little tick mark right in the center where that flower is, where the little what do I want to say, just the little center of that flower. Okay, so that's what I'm doing, is I'm just going to kind of grab my pencil, just kind of make some little tick marks here, and then when I get done, I'm going to line it up with this, so that way I know where to put my stencil. So hopefully that will work. So you can barely see my little, I don't know if you can see them, they're right here, my little tick marks. And now I'm going to grab my stencil, and I'm going to line that up. I think, hold on one second. Just want to make sure those are okay. So I'm going to line that up right there. Let's see. Right there. And I need to turn it a little bit to get those right there. And let's see here. I had it, so there we go. Okay. So there's those. There we go. Okay, now it's all lining up. Okay, so now it's lined up to where I want it. And now I'm just going to grab my tape, and I have, you can grab your washi tape or whatever you have, and I'm just going to grab, and I'm going to have to line that up again, but I'm just going to grab my tape that I have. This is from scrapbook.com. Okay, and again, I need to line this up just like that. And I'm just going to go ahead and put this down right on top of the paper. And it's okay if it's on top of the paper because it's not going to tear it, okay? It's not going to tear the paper. Okay, so to get started, we're going to go ahead and use a little bit of the solar paste that is Royal Flush, okay? And then we're going to go ahead and add in some of this alcohol pearl opulence. Now, I was going to use the Catherine Pooler one, but it is really like a pinky color, and I didn't really like that. So this one is more of a purple, and I really love the purple on this. So I'm going to show you real quick what it looked like when I tested it, and it looks like this. And so I really like this one. Was more pink, and this one is about the right purple that we need. So I'm going to go ahead and shake this up. Now this alcohol pearl opulence is by Ranger, and this came in a kit. If it's still available, I will definitely link it down below. And really all we're going to need is actually a little piece, but that one was really ready to come out. So we're going to go ahead and squish that around. Just mix it really, really good. Just like that. And then you'll need a little, now you can use your spatula if you want to. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to use a little dauber. Okay. See if that'll work. And I'm just going to Squish this off just a little bit. Now I am using an acrylic block. You can use whatever you have in your stash. So I'm going to do that, and then I am going to clean my little spatula, come in, and I'm going to make the blue one. Okay. Now the blue, oh, you guys, this is so pretty. So again, just a little bit right there. You can tell it's already turning blue. It's already blue, you guys. I'm telling you. These are so pretty. Then I'm going to grab the Ranger ink. It's by Tim Holtz. It's the alcohol ink, and it's the sailboat blue. And I'm just going to use a little drop of that. And you can use the Simon Hurley ink as well, but I don't have any of that, so that's why I'm using this. It's still by Ranger, so I think it's okay. But yeah, so we're just going to mix that up. Going to head, and again, you don't need a whole lot, and just going to go ahead, mix that in there. And we're going to try the daubers first and see how they do. I'm not quite sure how they're going to do, and I'm getting some of this all over. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place the blue up here. So I'm just going to dab it on, and it's working. It's working the way I want it to. Oops, got it on the blue, on the other flower there. That's okay. I'm just going to, like I said, we don't need a whole bunch, just a little bit. Just like that. Again, just dabbing it. And then with your little dauber, you can just wash that off or whatever you want to do. I'm just going to squirt mine. I'm going to rinse it off. And I can go ahead and wash this. So I'm going to grab my other one here, making sure it's got a little bit of brown on it, but that's okay. Grab my purple and kind of do the same thing. Just kind of go over that. And it's got a little blue on there. That's okay. So again, I'm just going to dab. And there we go. So that is what those are going to look like. And then next, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the leaves and the swirlies. I'm going to go ahead and use some archival ink. And I'm just going to go ahead and place this on here. And just go ahead and dab it on. So for the leaves, I used my archival green ink, but you can use either your gelatos, you can use paint, you can use your distressed inks if you want to. And for the swirls, I used my vintage photo distress ink and just did the brown. And but you can use colored pencils, you can use watercolors, whatever you feel comfortable with. Okay, so now we can go ahead and remove our stencil, and voila, there is our stenciled flowers. And now we can go ahead and remove the tape and clean our stencil. And it comes off really easy. All you need to do is put some water on it and wipe it down with a napkin. And there you go. Super easy peasy. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and use the purple solar paste on the frame. Now you can either paint this on, or you can use a dauber, or you can use your finger. And if it gets in between the cracks, you can use a toothpick to clean that out. And that's what we'll be doing after we're done painting our frame. So you just want to go ahead and mix or apply this all the way around your frame. And I know it looks, it kind of looks intimidating a little bit, but because it's iridescent, gives it that blue kind of tone in the light, but it's actually purple in if you tilt it a certain way, and it'll look like a purple color. So you're going to just continue to go all the way around your frame until it's all painted. So here's where I grabbed my toothpick and I went in between each of the spaces that had the paste inside of them, and you're just going to go ahead and clear all of that paste out in between each of the spaces. Okay, so next you're going to go ahead and place some glue on the back of your frame, and you're just going to set it down. Now you can do yours horizontal or you can do it vertically, and it's totally up to you how you want your canvas to look. Next, I grabbed this frame that is from the ephemera kit, or from the ephemera packet that we got in the kit, and I'm placing some of the flowers that are in the kit through the frame. And I'm also adding some foam tape on the back to pop that up a little bit, because of the stems. They're going to be kind of lifting up that frame, so you need to have it kind of even out. And so we're going to go ahead and place that frame right on top of there, and it's going to be a little bit lower, I think. Yeah, there we go. So I'm placing it a little lower, and I am going to go ahead and spread out the flowers, and I even add some more flowers to this as we go along and decorate the canvas. Okay, we're on to my favorite part, which is decorating. And so we're going to use this frame. I placed the flowers inside of the frame and then backed the frame up with some of the foam tape to lift it up a little bit. Now I did have to take some of the foam tape off of the right hand corner part, because that right hand corner is going to be attached to the chipboard frame, and so I didn't want it lifted up too much, so it's just the right height. And then we're going to stick those flowers right inside of that frame, and now we're going to go ahead and we're going to set it and place it down. And so I'm just taking off the backs of the foam tape, and then we're going to set this down. And now I did add some little pieces of foam tape here and there where I needed it, just to give more of a little height, you know, and firmness down below. And then we're going to set that. Next, we're going to go ahead and add some foam tape to the back of that dress and put that on top of the other dress. And then I have that ticket that's admit one, placed that in there. And then I went ahead and grabbed these little pieces of ephemera pieces that we, you know, fussy cut out, and I just love those. And so I went ahead and stuck those on there, added some more flowers, and then we're going to come back in and we're going to place the little bow down. Now this bow, I did go ahead and add some of the paste to that, the solar paste, and I love how it just gives it that luminescent look. It's so pretty. And then here I went ahead and glued down the frame, the chipboard frame, too much, so, and I needed it opened so I could fit that purple card down into or behind the frame. And so I went ahead and just lifted that up by using my X-Acto knife, and then went ahead and placed the card down. Now this piece is actually from one of the pattern papers that I went ahead and tore out, and then I went ahead and edged it with some of purple ink, and then I went ahead and edged it with some of the solar paste, and I just daubed the solar paste around the torn edges, and then I went ahead and added some foam tape on the back of there, so it gives it a nice little lift because it's going to go right above our frame. And then we're going to go ahead and place that down. And then I added some tickets and some other little pieces around it. Now I'm just going to continue layering all of the ephemera pieces that are from the scrapbook kit, that are the 49 and market ephemera pieces that we got, and I'm going to go ahead and just play some music for you. Okay, y'all, so we finished our beautiful canvas, and I love how this turned out. I love all the layering that we did. I love the flowers that come up through the little frame, and then I went ahead and added some of that purple solar paste and the blue solar paste on here. I added the purple to the dress, so when you turn it, you can see that nice translucent image through that paste. Oh my gosh, so pretty. And then I added it to the little images here and here, so you could see it kind of glow through there. It's so pretty. I love it. And then I added it to here on this one. Can't really see it too much, but it is there. And then, yeah, I just think that that looks so good. I did add a little bit around the purple. I inked this little blurb here, and then I went ahead and then placed some of the purple paste around it to kind of make it stand out a little bit. And then I did ink the whole entire canvas purple. So yeah, it looks so pretty. I did add the paste to the flowers, and you can see it a little bit. It's not as vibrant as it is on like pattern paper or paper, but you can see a little bit of it on the purples and on the pink, a little tiny bit. Like in here I can see it, but you may not be able to see it on the camera. but you can definitely see it on the flowers. Okay. So I came in with some of my gold prills from my stash, and I went ahead and placed those around just to give it a little bit of, glimmer and shimmer. So yeah, I think it looks really pretty with uh, the gold accents that are like from the bingo, from the frame here. There's a little bit of gold up here, and there's like a little bit of gold around the frame. And so I did add a little bit of gold. Now I did add stickles on the dress and then on the middle of the flowers. And so I hope that you enjoyed today's tutorial, learning how to layer up some of your ephemera pieces. We use the ephemera piece to kind of go ahead and throw in some of the flowers around inside of the frame. And then we use the solar paste on some of the images, and we went ahead and used it with a stencil. I really had a good time making this. It was so relaxing. And y'all, give me a thumbs up and leave a comment down below and let me know what technique you enjoyed the most seeing, whether it was putting the paste on the images, putting it over the top of the chipboard pieces. Maybe it was just adding the prills to the canvas, or stenciling, and or the layering techniques. So let me know which one you enjoyed. And y'all, you have to check out these solar pastes. They are so fun to use. I can't wait to share my next project with you using these wonderful pastes. So thanks a lot for joining me. I will have the links to the mixed media kit and the scrapbooking kit down below. Thanks a lot. Take care, and I will be talking to you soon. Bye.